Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm TarotOracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the TarotOracle show.
Welcome, YouTube user and wise one. Thank you for your donation. Andrew, Priya, Bartman, Effie, and Alex. Well, Lish Girl, welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing tonight? It's Tuesday night. We survived Monday, and now we're on Tuesday. Bartman's like, I can't believe you're going to give out the crappiest deck ever. If you think this is the crappiest deck ever, I've got a couple of Kickstarters that I've reviewed on the channel that you haven't seen, like the one with the big wiener in the front of it. There's also the deck, which is a deck of wieners. This is not the crappiest one. This is not even a second, third, fourth place for the crappiest one. You need to see more tarot is what I'm saying. Michelle, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. AR, welcome as well. So, I mean, I'm just saying, that's not even close. That doesn't even make the top 10. Doesn't even make the top 10 of decks that I've seen off of Kickstarter. So, no. Anyway, I mean, which is a sad statement, but I'm just giving you the truth. I'm just telling you like it is. Anyway, but yeah, if anybody wants that, you know, just you can have it because I don't want it here. Anyway, question below, sir. Drama today with the full moon. Hey, nobody got time for drama. YouTube user Erica, thank you for your donations. I appreciate you. Me and my sister on the 11th. Maruta, welcome. Micah, welcome as well. All right. Fiance passed the test. Excellent. Very nice. Me and the sister, July 11th, which is yesterday, got into a fight. It turned into a family fight. Oh, geez. And now the house feels like a volcano. Will things get fixed between the sis and I? Oh, my. We're going to see what's happening with that. By the way, we have all the new decks tonight. We have all the new decks tonight. Priya, welcome. Good to see you. How are you doing? Sarah, welcome to the stream. Thank you, Priya, for your donation. I appreciate that. You're not participating in the... I mean, hey, there could be somebody who's like, you know, I wouldn't mind making fun of that on my stream. And I'd be like, you're right. You should make fun of that on your stream. You can hear okay. Who has no volume? Effie, you should have volume. Everybody else has volume. They're replying to me. So I assume that everybody has some volume. All right, we're going to go with this deck. We have all the new decks out tonight. I did 4K flip throughs of like 10 decks. And, you know, overall, I got all sorts of good stuff in the queue tonight. So what did we add? We add the Shadow Seeker Tarot. We got that one here. We also added the Naked Heart Tarot. We got that one here. And we also added the this one, which was the, oh geez, this one. We also added that one. And we added two more, so which are around here somewhere. I think I put them up somewhere. Anyway, we have lots and lots and lots of tarot decks. We also got 3 new decks today, so we're gonna do. We're going to unbox those. I got 4K flip throughs in the queue that I need to upload. So lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff going on. Queen of Wands, welcome. Good to see you. How are you doing today? It is Tuesday night. We all survived Monday, and we're ready for hump day tomorrow. I'll tell you that now. I'm going to wake up all excited. It's going to be hump day. All right. It turned into a family fight. Are things going to go? What's going to happen? What's going to thing there? The 3 of Swords, I really think this is not going to go away anytime soon, right? This is not going to go away anytime soon. I'll tell you that now. So just be aware. Just be aware that 3 of Swords, the heartbreak, the disappointment, the, you know, it feels like that this is going to be lurking around a little while longer than you would have anticipated, because you're like, you know, normally we should be able to move past this. It's just not going to be there. And, you know, I mean, you know, that's the way it goes. Magician and a Queen of Swords. The biggest thing here to fix it is to leave it alone and let it settle down, right? The biggest thing to fix it is to leave it alone and to let it settle down, because the Magician says that if you just let it settle, you know, don't keep it brewing, you know what I'm saying? But don't keep it brewing or what have you. But yeah, let it settle and everything will be okay. The Magician says that not a matter of anything you can fix. The things that were said are already on the table and everything like that. And you're just done with it. You're just done with it. All right. So yeah, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can magic spell you can do or anything like that. Queen of Swords says ultimately it is about letting people get off their chest what they need to get off their chest, because you don't want to get in a situation where you do get stuck, right, where everybody feels like they haven't got an opinion out. Everybody's kind of that. Now the whole family's involved. The Queen of Swords, so somebody's got to take charge and tell everybody to settle down, and that's basically it. And that's basically it. How does the giveaway work? Wait. Queen of Wands. Wait. Do you actually want the Cosmo Tarot? Like, Queen of Wands, like, serious question. You want the Cosmo Tarot? After I brutalized it on, I mean, if you want it, let me know. Let me know if you actually want that deck. Let me know. All right. Anyway, all right, we're going to go with, we're going to stick with that for YouTube user tonight. I think that's a good one. Wise One has a question about the next 7 days forecast. Naked Heart Tarot or the Adventure Tarot? I'm leaning towards the Adventure Tarot. Some people are like, yeah, it doesn't look as good as I had thought, but other people are like, hey, it looks great. So I think it looks pretty good. So anyway, this is one with mixed reviews. The same thing with the Lantern Path Tarot, right? It's got a little mixed reviews. You kind of don't know where it's going or what have you. And I thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Yes, all tarot decks are great for different subjects. Okay. Queen of Wands, you win. You're I think you're literally the only person that wants this. So you win. Congratulations. Queen of Wands wins the Cosmo Tarot. Wins the Cosmo Tarot. Carla, thank you very much for your generous donation. I appreciate you. Everybody congratulate Queen of Wands.
Hooray!
Has won the Cosmo Tarot. Okay. You're literally the only one on the channel that wants it. So I'm just gonna not, I don't want it at the house anymore. So we're gonna, the Cosmo Tarot. Congratulations, you have won that. Another fine giveaway on the TarotOracle channel is what I'm saying. So that was pretty easy giveaway too. Okay, let's see what's going. Wise One, next 7 days forecast. All right. King of Swords. It is about a Juuuliiie. Welcome back. Thank you for your donation. Bella Girl, thank you for your donation as well. We got Priya coming in with a double dono. Appreciate you. All right. King of Swords. Oh, man. Next 7 days. There's a little bit of a power struggle here. King of Swords is a totalitarian. Somebody has to have it their way, or definitely sort of focused on, how to get it, where to get it, what am I going to do, kind of thing. Very focused on not only themselves, but other people. They got to do some other, they got to sort of control, they got to command some other forces, some other people with that. Temperance says it's a little bit unnerving, kind of here. It feels like that somebody does want a little bit more power. Somebody does want some things to go their way, and they're definitely pretty vocal. They're kind of sort of upfront about it. They're not shy at all, but that's definitely something that's going to happen here. Temperance card seems that everything's sort of balanced and whatnot. Five of Swords says you may have to just go battle this individual. You may have to do, you may have to be like, this is not something I want to do, or this is not some kind of thing I want to do. But yeah, definitely have some sort of a power struggle here in the next 7 days. King of Swords with a Temperance card. It doesn't look like that bad. Like somebody's just absolutely just hammering it out. You have to do this. You have to do that with the power struggle and whatnot. But it does feel like somebody is sort of coercing. Somebody is begging. Somebody sort of needs something to happen as far as that goes. Absolutely. Five Swords says maybe it's not something you definitely want to engage into, but it's something you have to navigate and you have to do kind of thing with that. Juuuliiie, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right, the Adventurers Tarot. We got all the new decks. And by the way, we got 3 new decks tonight, including the Anime Tarot. Not the one that we already got. There was a second Anime Tarot. And because it says anime, I have to unbox it. I have to do something with it. So that's what we are going to do indeed. Queen of Wands, give me your info to send your deck out tomorrow. Link in the description for my email address. I don't know if you want anything before. I don't know. I usually just delete the emails when people send me their info because I don't want it just hanging out. So anyway, so yeah, let me know. All right. Next is going to be Erica. Erica, we're going to use the Naked Heart Tarot for you. This is a pretty good deck indeed. I love it. I love it. By the way, we already have 15 donations. Thank you, everybody, for your generous support. I greatly appreciate that. You ordered the anime one for my daughter. You know, I'll be honest with you. When I saw that anime dip down to like $13, I thought about just buying 10 of them for giveaways. You know, just like a fresh anime tarot, do 10 days of anime giveaway. Jasmine, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, Erica wants to know what kind of unexpected money coming my way. Everybody does like unexpected money. I mean, it's true. Come on, it's true. Everybody enjoys a little unexpected money. So let's see what kind of things are coming your way. By the way, tomorrow I am making how to play the lottery with tarot cards. It's going to be a video, and I need to. It's going to take a lot of work to set up, but you know, I gotta get going. But yeah, tomorrow is going to be how to play the lottery. How to play the lottery with tarot cards. Ace of Cups, the movement of cups in the Tower. I really think you sort of losing a little money before you gained it, which is not what you wanted to hear. Erica didn't sign up for that. Erica's not excited for that. Erica didn't want to hear that at all. But I got to tell you what I got to tell you. I'm telling you, you lose a little money before you gain it. Maybe it's a little bit of an investment where you have to put something into, I don't know, mutual fund, ETF, maybe an investment opportunity that you have to dip into some money with that. The Tower card says there's a little bit of instability before the money comes in. That could mean, okay, that could mean a little bit of a dip in some of your favorite stocks, a little bit of a dip, you know, like maybe you're just solid into Tesla, you're just solid into Google, Microsoft, whatever it is. And then, you know, the stock market's kind of taking a dip. It's taking a little bit of that. Maybe you're sort of into real estate commodities, commodity futures and whatnot. Those are actually taking a dip too. YouTubeuser, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, the Tower says that something needs to collapse before you can make some money. So I'm really leaning right now towards hitting the stock market, looking at what's dipping, looking at what's sort of crashing with that. Movement of Cups, this is something that you've done before. Maybe it's a stock, maybe it's something that you've invested in before, maybe it's a person that you've invested in before and whatnot, but the Movement of Cups, this is sort of an emotional connection too. Maybe it's a company, maybe you're like, you know, the Google Pixel is my favorite phone, let me look at, you know, what the stock, or Tesla's my favorite company, or whatever, I don't know. Movement of Cups says that is it. Ace of Cups again. So this is a unique opportunity. It's going to be once in a, not once in a lifetime, but once in a few years kind of thing. You definitely want to watch out for that. So that is going to be unexpected money. Something takes a dip, something crashes a little bit. And you're like, I've never seen the price that low. Let me get it happen. You know what I'm saying? Jack White, welcome. To you as well. Seems like you have a, okay, well, it looks like we're getting spammed. All right, well, let's modify. We have a spam attack with a re in front of it. We can do that. I mean, we can do that. A little save button here with all that good stuff. All right, subscriber only mode. We're going straight into that. So there you go. All right. Let's see if that fixes it. If not, well, then we can do other things. We have lots of interesting and fun tools to do and all of that other stuff. All right, question typing below right now about an utubeuser wants to know about an. I'm like, look, I'm in a good place and I don't want any of the drama. Okay, well, that makes sense. Don't want any of the drama with N and all that other stuff. I'm really sort of manifesting. Manifesting, I have no idea what that means. Cut off him or cut him out. If in return, okay, basically, so let's summarize it out. Let's summarize it out. We're going to go to the end here and just say, okay, after all of the other stuff, the summary is, if N returns, why will they return? That's valid. That's valid. Okay, so N has pretty much gotten the cutoff now. And N and A, I think you said before, kind of know each other. I don't know if they're communicating about the hookup or what have you. I don't know how vocal A is in the real life and what have you, but yeah. So now, if N comes back, why will they return? Or what is on their mind? What kind of things are they looking for in that aspect? Let's find out what's going on with all of that indeed and see what's happening. I'm seeing the Moon and the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. N is one that does want a level of emotional resonance. They do want a level of sort of happiness. And I think that they use the physicality for happiness. They use the new hookups. They use the new relationships with they have. Clumsy and Joan, welcome to the stream. But they are about emotions. And I think that's sort of one aspect of them that's unexpected, because normally you wouldn't look at them and say, this is a very emotional person. This is somebody, you know what I'm saying? So it definitely are emotionally derivative. The Moon, maybe the full moon, it says, hey, this is something that I need. I need this emotion in my life. I need to be happy. I think relationships makes them happy. It makes them in that mode of, I'm content, I'm happy. It's something I want to do, something I want to chase and what have you. Ace of Cups says they just want to reinitiate some of that emotional happiness indeed. So, I mean, it is there. It is there indeed. So, yeah. There you go. At least that's what I think is regard to that. So if you have that opportunity, if they do come back, I think it's going to be mostly emotional. So, I mean, there it is. There it is indeed. So, yeah, I'm playing with the chat, by the way, so making sure that we don't get any spammers. You did notice that the chat, basically the user count was like 55 or something, and then it dipped back down to 30-ish. 30-ish is kind of where it was. So you had the spammers come in. They tried to do all of their spam at once. I blocked them, so they went off to some other channel. So now we're back to normal. So that's good. So we'll put it in slow mode just in case, because I do want non-subscribers to be able to participate. I don't want it to be subscriber only for the entire night. It's just my opinion, though. But, there you go. Anyway, does SS moved on from PR? Clumsy, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Have we moved on? Have we moved on? Interesting. Sometimes it's very, very difficult to move on. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it's very difficult to move on. Witchy friend, welcome. Good to see you. How are you doing tonight? Very nice to see you. All right. So slow mode means basically you can only type one thing every 10 seconds, which is kind of normal, We may do it to 5 seconds, whatnot. We may flip back to subscriber mode. Let me tweak that down to 5 seconds and they'll be all right. 5 seconds is kind of where you can see them start spamming and then you can stop them. Anyway, all right, does this move on from PR? King of Swords says, yes. I mean, yes, absolutely. Three of Cups talks about the Five of Swords. Now, all right, moving on is different, right? Moving on is different than recovery. Let me say that right now. Moving on is different than recovery. The Three of Cups does kind of say that they have moved on. The Three of Cups is celebration. Not only that, but the Three of Cups is we're expanding our relationship kind of thing. We're getting some other people in there. We're making a new friend. We're making new love, what have you. Five of Swords says it's difficult to move on emotionally or to recover. And I think that's going to be there, right? That is going to be there. So you got to kind of just sort of put up with that as it goes. All right. Well, there we go. Let's see. We're still catching up with that. There we go. You get banned. Pretty easy. But yeah, we're moving on. Recovery, different story. It is difficult to recovery. That's the way it is. King of Swords says this is basically a lot leaning on their decision making, though, right? A lot of leaning on them as a decision maker and stepping up to the plate. and participating in that recovery process. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right, let's go for it. Jamie Lee, M or A better fit for me romantically. All right, we can do a tarot throwdown indeed. That's,
Time for a tarot throwdown.
Based upon the feelings and relationship outcomes, throwdown indeed. Jamie Lee's no stranger to the throwdown. So YouTube user, thank you for your quad shot tonight. I appreciate you. All right, we're going to go. We're going to go over here. We'll go over here. These three is going to be, these three down here and these three up there. So the M is going to be here. A is going to be here. Let's see who wins the throwdown. Pretty simple, pretty easy as it goes. Oh, geez, that's harsh. The moon makes it not too bad, as far as that. Romantically, it really looks like that. I think A is going to be the better fit. Look at the M cards real quick. First thing you have is strife. This is somebody who could be a little bit of a hot mess. This is someone who could have a little too much drama, a little too much beef in there that you really don't want to deal with, right? Sort of starts stacking up. It's like, this is too much. This is not exactly what I want. The moon says we have a good emotional resonance with that. We got a very generous PayPal donation. ReallyChris, I thank you so much for your generous donation over PayPal. Appreciate you. Okay, M, hot mess. They're going to cause some problems. You like them. I think they have a lot of good things with them. They end up leaving you. Okay, there you go. There's the summary of M. Doesn't sound very good, unless A is much worse. But A is a lot better. I mean, A just feels a lot better, right? Anyway, Joy, welcome. How you doing? Thank you for your donation. The Princess of Wands is all about having fun. It is about entertainment, it's about having fun, and it is about sort of this wholesome, fun, embracing, engaging person that you really like to be around. And that's kind of what you need, right? Normally, the Princess of Wands is very difficult sometimes if they're around bad cards, but they're around just great cards over here. The Knight is talking about that this moves forward very quickly. You really like it. There's a lot of fun in here, so you have a lot of sort of movement, a lot of fun, and just a good emotional connection to A. A is much, and I mean much better fit, especially for a relationship outcome. You don't want them to be bailing, which is the first step that you have with the M, and you don't want them to be causing fights and causing problems and having too much drama. You got enough problems in your life. You don't need more, right? So that's what I'm saying. So overall, A is such a superior choice. It's not even funny. So based upon past readings, what should B want from me exactly? All right, let's trim this down a little bit and say, YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. What would B ever want from me exactly then? Does he want to work together again? Do he want to hang out often again? Let's sort of see what the goal is for getting back together. We haven't used this deck in quite some time. This is a pretty good deck, and I like it. Let's see what we're going to do with this and see what's going on with B. Ultimately, what would B want from this connection? Right? We need some connection. What do they want? Where are they going with that? Ultimately, where is it going to end up? The Tower and the Emperor, very interesting indeed. Temperance and a Queen of Cups. This seems like something that they just feel like benefits them, right? Benefits them. The Tower in this case is sort of reconstructing things, building things back together, building things back to where they need to be. The Tower has fallen. We need to reconstruct things. Emperor says we just go together very well as a team. So the teamwork, the connection, just the raw connectivity to this just feels very, very good. Emperor feels like I have more power, I have more ability, and I have more patience and good things when you're around rather than when you're not around. The emotion does play a part in it too. Queen of Cups. It's emotionally validating. It feels like things are good. Things are encouraging. Has a lot of good things with that. The Temperance card as well. We're balancing. Temperance next to Queen of Cups talks maybe about balancing out emotionally as well. So that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun indeed. We don't mind that at all. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, mostly just the connection, mostly rebuilding. We're better together, and a little bit of an emotional thing with that as well. Joy, I thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right, let's see what's going on with all of this stuff. We're going next to Carla. Oh my, very generous a donation. Carla, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. All right, Virgo's son Jason is with me. The price of the home at a price to see. Is the price of his home at a price to sell? I think that's what you meant. At a price to sell. Okay. I assume. So, Carla, if you're still in here, let me know if that is a good correction. So, is the price of his home at a price to sell? So, I think what you're asking is, because this is kind of a weird place in real estate right now, right? It used to be you could just ask whatever you want, and people would just immediately buy the home because homes were short supply. It was very difficult to find one. Now it's kind of a difficult position because now home prices are kind of kind of getting in a weird place. And the biggest problem now is you don't know if you're selling too high because it's not like the old days, right? So we need to figure this out. We're going to use a monetary deck that we always use for anything sort of money related. And I really like that. It's called the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. And we're going to try to get that done. All right. So that's a difficult place. The homes around me that are selling have needed to lower all of their prices. And I'm in a pretty hot market still. Like, this is a good market. I think the default right now is basically 1 to 2 months to sell. So that's the current. This is still a good market, 1 to 2 months to sell. So yeah, it is weird. You don't know how low to price it, how high to price it with that. Okay, home's going to move, home's going to sell. It's not a problem. Wow. Okay, here's my prediction. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. I'm not a realtor, real estate agent. I'm not anything like that, nor am I a banker or anything like that. So take it as it is. I am a random fat man on YouTube reading tarot cards. Based upon that and entertainment purposes only, I think you need to make one price drop in order for it to sell. One or two. One price drop in order for it to sell. It needs to be a pretty good price drop. Here's what's going to happen. Basically, you have people looking at your house right now. You have people looking at your house right now. There is a level of competition near you, right? A level of competition. We have the sun into strength, or the sun into strength. It feels like that it's more of a having the way that the home shows, the way that the home hooks people emotionally rather than the ultimate price. Because it seems like if you get one price drop, which again, I think is where you're headed with that. Basically the 8, it won't sell as is. It's just too high. It was just too high. It won't sell as is. Yeah. So yeah, that 8, right? And like Be Random With Me is pointing out, the interest rate going up. Normally, interest rate bumping up 1.75% is not too bad of a thing, right? Because you're looking at interest rates like 10%, 12% a while back. So, having it back at 3% versus 5.5% now or whatever, that makes a big difference. That's almost double, right? So the interest rate determines your payment, and your payment goes way up, and it went way up from what it was before. And rumor has it that Papa Powell may be lowering back the interest rate after the recession is over. So people are kind of waiting to see, right? You're waiting to see. What's Papa Powell going to do? Are they going to lower the rate back? Are we going to cut rates? Are we going to keep raising the interest rate? Because the interest rate needs to be at the level of inflation in order to curb inflation. But obviously, jacking the interest rate to 8% is not very feasible. It could have crashed the government. So you don't want to do it. Anyway, so so basically 8. A lot of people are holding back, just like Be Random With Me is talking about. People are just holding back. People need the extra boost, the extra boon. And because of the sun and the Leo strength over here, the presentation of the house is what's going to push them over the edge. So that is just my opinion. The presentation is what is going to push them over the edge. So any little extra thing, any little boost there, really good pictures on the real estate site. You don't want like the default phone picture. You want some nice pictures, like beautiful sunlight coming in, sort of making the back area glowing. You know what I'm saying? Just like really good pics. So, if you need to get them in Photoshop and make it nice and whatever you need to do. Ultimately, you're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to lower it one at a time. Again, entertainment purposes only. Do not sell a house. Do not make modifications to a house based upon some random fat man on the internet reading tarot cards. I'm just saying. But yeah, there are people looking at it now that haven't made a decision. These are the people that you need to market to. These are the people that you need to go forth and make it happen. You have to lower it one at a time. Let me tell you something that ended up selling my house that won't cost you $5. I basically created like a 4-page color handout that was sitting on the kitchen counter. And it basically told the people that were coming in, why would you buy this house? And I made it, like I created it, right? I said, here, look, I have a brand new, because a lot of people don't read all of this stuff in the listing. And thank you for your donation. So let me tell you the hot tip from me. LuluBelle, thank you for your donation. Very generous. I appreciate you. It was a 4-page color handout, and it just basically had all of the stuff that made my house better than the houses nearby. Like I have a brand new dishwasher. I have a brand new hot water heater. The roof is less than 6 months old. So I had all of these things in a little bitty color thing to where people could just read it. It had pictures. It was so simple, right? But for whatever reason, that was the difference between my house and everybody else's, because I had this thing when you're in the house that told you basically, why would you buy this house, right? It could be amazing schools nearby. It could be amazing real estate. It could be you got a brand new water heater, brand new roof, brand new dishwasher, whatever you got that makes you better. Have a little color handout, a little 4-pager, cost you, $5 to make that? And it was the turning point for me selling my house, in my opinion. Obviously, that alone is not going to do it, but that doesn't hurt, at least what I had. Anyway, so hopefully, Virgo sun. By the way, I'm a fellow Virgo, so welcome, Jason. It's good to see you. Thanks for hanging out today. Spirit messages for me today for Juuuliiie. Let's find out. What's a good spirit deck? Let's put up the money deck. And let's go with a spirit deck. You know what I wouldn't mind? I wouldn't mind at all. It's a little bit of a little Buddha Tarot, the limited edition. I think I'm a copy 171 out of 1500 or something like that. So let's see where it's going. See where it is going. Spirit messages we are going to have right now. Okay, let's see what's happening in the spirit, in the things that are going on. And we got M coming up as well. Ace of Swords, 7 of Cups, and a 2 of Cups. Spirit messages for today. It is all about connections with other people for you. All about connections with other people. The reason I say that is because we have the 2 of Cups and the Ace of Swords sandwiching over here, a 7 of Cups. Maybe it's multiple people. Maybe it's keeping up with some people that you haven't kept up with. Maybe it's the friends that we've kind of neglected. We haven't gone to dinner with in forever, haven't seen them for lunch in a decade. It is about making connections with other people and really valuing those connections and keeping them up. Because keeping up with friends, connections, stuff like that, that's painful. I mean, nobody has unlimited time, and it's difficult to do that. So spirit messages for you is make that connection, make that communication from that ace. Make it with other people in your life, especially the people that you appreciate, things like that. Let them know you appreciate them, all of that other good stuff. And the 7 of Cups, it could be multiple people. So definitely keep up the maintenance. If you have friends and whatnot, hit them up. Be like, what's going on? I haven't talked to you in like a week. What's going on? Let's grab lunch. Let's grab some Starbucks, whatever it needs to be. So that is the spirit messages for you today. All right, Little Buddha's out. We might as well use more Little Buddha over here for Bella Girl. Bella Girl, it's been a minute. Welcome back. Well, not a minute. I think you were here like 3 days ago, but you know what I mean. Anyway, was the Taurus cheating on me the day we were supposed to go to San Francisco? Was he telling the truth? Oh my! You know who likes a cheater? Nobody likes a cheater.
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
Let's get the reality. Let's get the reality over here. We're gonna have to go over here to the Tarot Tower and use this deck right here. Everybody loves it. Everybody knows it. It's the Modern Love Tarot. Modern Love Tarot, one of my absolute faves. Love the Modern Love, and that's where the way it goes. All right, let's see what's going on. Was the Taurus cheating on me the day we were supposed to go to San Fran? That is messy. If they were, that is mighty messy. Ain't nobody like a cheater. I can tell you that now. Nobody likes a cheater. Let's see if they were cheating indeed. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Bella girl, you know the rules. You've been around long enough. The entertainment purposes only. Never assume somebody's cheating based upon a random fat dude on YouTube reading off the internet. Four of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Queen. I see no cheating cards here. No. I just don't see any cheating cards. You got a Four of Swords, which does talk about that everything was sort of dragging out. Everything was dragging on. There was a lot of stuff that just wasn't happening in this connection. I really think the Taurus is just bad at either relationships, bad at communication, bad at everything. They seem to have all sorts of freaking issues that they haven't really cleaned up. The Chariot, they did feel like they needed to move on. Bottom line, they needed to move on. It seems like they have to move on. They're sort of not really desperate, but they're just ready, right? You have that anticipation. You have that thing. Four of Swords is like it's been going a little too longer than it is. It's just not something we want to do. Queen of Cups, they did lose a lot of emotional resonance. They don't feel like that they were in there. They don't feel like that they were having a good time with that. It was really kind of wrapping up. Queen of Wands is kind of going our own way at that point. So I don't see any cheating cards. There's no devil. There is no Three of Swords. There is no sneaking out Seven of Swords. There's no Three of Cups, which is sort of a celebration card, but it's also a little bit of a cheating card too. There's nothing here, Bella girl. So I'm going to say it was definitely wrapping up. They were definitely ready to move. And I think you felt that. You felt that, right? You're definitely ready to move. They were definitely ready to move. The whole thing was winding down. But I do not think that they were cheating on you as far as the cards go. All the traditional cheat cards, I just don't see them is what I'm talking about. By the way, ReallyChris, I did not forget about you. You are actually next. So, yeah. All right. We're going for Priya real quick. Do ReallyChris. We got Juuuliiie. We got Jasmine. Let's take that cue real quick up here. We got Juuuliiie, Jasmine, YouTube user, a little Clumsy, more YouTube users, some Joi, and more YouTube users, some Lulu, some Ann. We got it all packed in here. Thank you very much for being here. We got 30 donations tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your support. Priya, though, how does my colleagues feel about my work, especially my boss? Well, yeah, the boss makes the most difference, right? The boss is the one that makes the biggest amount of difference. Absolutely. Let's go with a little bit of anime tarot. Not anime, traditional manga tarot. See, I'm getting manga and anime confused. You know, sometimes, you read too much. All right. Eight of Pentacles. That's the best card you could have gotten. Priya, straight up. The best card that you could have gotten right here is the Eight of Pentacles. You do good work. People see you do good work. People understand that you put in the effort, you put in the time. Four of Swords, well, you've been around. You have been around as far as that goes. Page of Pentacles, though. Page of Pentacles. It almost feels like you take too long to do some tasks. I'm not saying all the tasks. I'm saying some tasks, right? How do they feel about my work? They like your work overall. You get a 90%. Now, what can you improve on? Like if they had to drag you into a room and say, Priya, what can you improve on for me? The thing is maybe taking too long to do stuff. Four of Swords is more of a planning rather than a doing card. Now, I wouldn't normally lean on that towards you take too long, but I would lean on it if you have a Page of Pentacles hovering right next to it is what I'm saying. So just, sort of keep that in mind as far as work. It looks like overall 90% good. If they could tweak it, and if they could make a little adjustment of what you do, you could do things a little bit quicker, but obviously entertainment purposes only. This is not where your boss is. So, you got to go with what you know. All right. Let's see. Juuuliiie is going to come up after ReallyChris. All right. ReallyChris. Really, can I type tonight? That'd be great. ReallyChris. May I know? Yes, you may know. It's still loading. Okay, Sag current feelings. All right, what are the Sag current feelings? Does the Sag like me? Does the Sag not like me? We kind of need to figure out what's going on with the Sag indeed. Okay. For this one, we do have some feelings. We have some good things happening with it, in my opinion. I'm going to say we're going to go with it. By the way, in case you wonder what this is one of my favorite decks of all time. Oh, geez, what's happening? What's happening? They changed the interface. Add a group. No, I don't want to add a group. No, I don't want to toggle selective recording. No, I don't want to do everything in there. Undo adjust microphone. No. Performance mode. No. Show. Oh my, this is going to crash the stream, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to crash the stream. All right, we're going to uncrash the stream after this. Hopefully it does not kill the stream off. Okay. All right, we hit it. We hit it successfully. Basically, I don't know how to open this group anymore. Oh, there it is. Okay. Victorian Romantic Tarot. There we go. Victorian Romantic Tarot. That's what we're going to use. I need to assign that to a button so I don't have to keep clicking this. Because I keep clicking it, I need to assign it to a button. You know, that is it. That is the way it goes. Borderless Deviant Moon Tarot is my favorite. That is good. That is good indeed. Thoth Feels Cosmic. Maybe? Lani, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, as always. How are you and the Gemini doing? All right, Sag's current feelings. Let's see what's going on. See what's happening with all of this stuff. And let's hide. Let's hide that. There we go. Perfect. Empress, geez. Oh, wow. Empress, Knight of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Six of Swords. This is a pretty powerful reading. I mean, if you're just looking at just the raw kind of thing, right? The raw kind of feelings, the raw kind of sort of romance, exceptions, what have you. Sag's current feelings for you are still really, really good. Really, really good. The Six of Swords, the Sag realized this is not something we're going to round about, we're going to finish, we're going to get going this week, right? There is a bit of a delay in here. So I think that you kind of knew this going in, but yeah, there is a bit of a delay coming in here. Yeah, it is it's for the long journey. You and the Sag is not a short journey to where things are wrapping up immediately. Things are going to be just instantly great or anything like that. This is a long journey. It's going to go through ups. It's going to go through downs, and you're going to have to kind of put up with that as it goes as well. Not something that's going to get wrapped up anytime soon. Empress with a Knight of Cups, though, says the feelings are strong. The feelings are really there. The feelings are powerful, and you have a lot of good things at your side in this particular connection. So it looks pretty clean. Eight of Wands, it says they're willing to work. They're willing to get the connection in there. They're willing to make some sacrifices to get it going. But yeah, Samantha, welcome to the stream. Overall, it just looks great. It looks great. But be very clear. This is a long running kind of thing. Long running either connection, relationship. I mean, it's going to go through the ups. It's going to go through the downs. This is not something super easy, simple kind of thing, right? This is a long running process. Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Eight of Wands says we want to speed it up, or it may get sped up at some point, but overall, it just looks like a little bit of a It looks like a long journey indeed. So there you go. All right. We got the next reading. It's going to be Juuuliiie. Juuuliiie, thank you for your donation. What's M thinking regarding me lately? Let's see. What kind of feelings do we have lately? Is it going to get better? Is it going to improve? What kind of good feelings do we have in the background over there with M? Because M was looking really good. M was looking really good for a long time. Need a recommendation for an Oracle deck. Anything by, what's the one that makes the big eyes? Oh man, I don't know. Somebody's gonna help me. So what's the ones with the big eyes when they have it? Oh man, of course I forgot the name of the author. Okay, anyway, let's look at this. Not Barbara Moore. All right, Eight of Swords. With that, Eight of Swords, you got a Page of Wands, Two of Swords, and the Tower. I think M is going through a lot, maybe in their personal life. They are going through quite a bit. They're a little bit of a tower mode, especially at the end. Does say that M is going through some changes, some updates. There are some things happening. Lucy Cavendish, that's it. There you go. Samantha, thank you. I appreciate you. But yeah, the dolls. Yeah, there you go. Lucy Cavendish. Anything by Lucy Cavendish is amazing. But yeah, you do have a level of instability with M's life right now. They could have a lot of things happening with that. The tower mode. The tower at the end does say that they're kind of going through it currently. So it's not something that was like before. It's not something that was like going to be later on. It feels like it's currently hitting them. It's currently happening. It's currently in their face. Eight of Swords is they can't really do a lot about it. So they do feel like the loss of control, the level of command of what they're doing, how they're doing it does feel like it's not exactly good for them overall. Page of Wands, it says they don't feel like they're doing much of anything to sort of move past some of this. Two of Swords, what are they thinking about me? They really enjoy your company and they really kind of miss you at this point. So it could be a level of that they want to spend more time. It could be a level of they haven't seen you enough, but it definitely has this feeling of they just miss you. They're not exactly on that mode where they can be with you a lot of the time or what have you. But yeah, I mean, they do miss you. They do want to be with you and they feel like they can't do it enough. Eight of Swords, I'm sort of restricted. I can't do it as much as I often as I want to, but there you go. Page of Wands, I don't have much control. I'm just kind of riding the waves. I'm going through things, but yeah, there it is. Two of Swords, right? It kind of points to what you're saying. You're not able to help him. And I think there's a level of frustration with that. I think that you do get that feeling that if you could, you would. And I think that if they, if you could, he'd be really appreciative of sort of that opportunity. The Two of Swords says we have two different life things going. We have two different things happening. And yeah, they kind of have to do it alone, a little bit of that hermit mode, but they do miss you a lot. They do want to spend more time. They do want to be more active and what have you. So that is a good thing indeed. All right, let's put this back up. Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. All right, let's go to the next read, which is Jasmine. When is a love coming my way? Naked Heart Tarot? What do you think? Naked Heart Tarot into the Lonely Woods. Ooh, yeah, that is a good one. It's a good one indeed. Oracle of the Shapeshifters, Brian Froud. Yeah, if you like fairies, yeah, look up Brian Froud. Some of the best fairy art I've ever seen. And that was something where Christina was like, I like fairy decks and what have you. I'm like, do you have Brian Froud? And she's like, who? I like, so I immediately ended up buying it so she could have it. So the sister, well, Lani, thank you for your donation. Very generous indeed. I appreciate you. All right, let's look. When is love coming in? Seven of Swords, Devil, and the Hangman. The Seven of Swords is almost like it is coming in. It is sneaking in. If you look at the seven, it sort of talks about a two. So looking at sort of the February, when you look at the deck and wheel and whatnot, it is sneaking in. Hanged Man, a different version. Okay, basically you have to get out. You have to get out and do some adventurous things, do some things that you don't normally do. That could be meetup.com. That could be going to some of the parties that are around that you haven't been to. Basically, you have to sort of change your style. You have to change what you're doing. You have to change things. Hanged Man, looking at things from a different perspective, maybe different dating sites, maybe different kind of a dating opportunity. The Devil says it is a very short window to make it happen. Overall, I'm going to say 2.5 months. And that's the bottom line. I'm basing that based on the mid-February aspect of the Seven of Swords. Sneaking in sort of means it's not very obvious. You're going to have to really sort of be looking out for it, but you are going to have to change a level of behavior and open that door, open that up to some change, some alterations. Absolutely. Overall, 2.5 months. 2.5 months. You have to do some different stuff. You have to put yourself out there. You have to be a little bit on the different behavior side, and then all of a sudden something just happens, and then boom, there it is, and you are have the opportunity that you want. Lonnie, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. Are my parents mad at my sister? Samantha, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right, let's go with a little Shadow Seeker Tarot. We got all of these new decks over here. All of these new decks And we got to start using them, right? Yeah. Who wanted a particular deck? Work is paying off, rate of commitment. Let's see. Who wanted a deck? Let's see. Into the Lonely Woods as soon as possible. I have a book of Brian Froud. Yeah, he has a art book as well. So yeah, you know. Anyway, all right, let's go forth and see what's the parent. Oh, they mad at the sister. Yes. Nine of Cups and Six of Cups, they understand that there was something going on. There is clearly something going on. So, you know, that's the way it goes. So something is happening. Something is going on. Nine of Swords, that there is a level of concern. So, yes, they're still mad. There's still a little bit of that. So, you know, you got to work that out. Oh, Samantha. Samantha, the Pastel Kitty is not ready yet. I did 4K flip-throughs today, but I have like 10 decks to do. So it will be here tomorrow, Samantha. Let me know what alternate you want. Nine of Swords, so they are concerned about the sister. The Six of Cups, they still support the sister, but yeah, they're still pissed. They're still pissed. So, you know, that's the way it is. That is the way it goes. Not much you can do about it. You're just going to have to kind of sort of ride the wave of you know, how it goes. Anyway, Clumsy, Mychannel has had growth. Will it continue to grow? Clumsy. Let's see if you're going to clumsy your way into a big success with the channel. I don't know. We're going to grow a channel. You got to have the Mons Tarot on it. I mean, the Mons Tarot is all about channel growth. It's gonna be the best alternative, be the best option for all of that. So yeah, there it is. Favorite deep dive, Angel Gods and Goddesses, Lantern Oracle, now Into the Lonely Woods. Into the Lonely Woods is pretty good. I just like Lucy Cavendish's art style. And Lucy Cavendish always has like a good book that comes with the oracles and all of that other stuff. I mean, you know, ultimately, I'm going to reprint my oracle. Ultimately, but just not today. So and that is coming before the end of the year, by the way. If you want the 90 card new oracle, that is going to be it. Anyway, AB, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, my channel's growth is going to continue to explode. 8 of 1. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. The Hermit says you get burned out. But you have to make regular progress. You have to make regular videos. You have to get out there. You have to put yourself out there and make regular videos. Even if it's every day, every other day, you need some hot, good videos out there. 8 of Wands, keep it moving, keep it going, even when you don't want to. That's the main thing, right? It's like with painting, with making videos, you just keep the brush moving, you keep it going. That's it. Hermit feels like you do feel like you're all alone sometimes, like you're not seeing the growth that you need. You see some growth, but you don't see the growth that you want. You really want really explosive growth, and it's just not sort of coming that way. Overall, the 10 of Wands is sort of, it does start burning you out after a while. Not gonna lie, it starts burning you out after a while because you're looking for that explosive growth. But I do think that you do grow indeed. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep the algorithm moving. You gotta keep the excitement. You gotta keep things going and all of that other stuff. Anyway, YouTube user is next. Will the family issue be fixed by next week? Intuitively, I just immediately said no. Like intuitive, that's one of the intuitive things. I just like immediately I said no. But yeah, you know, Grimalkin is very animal-based, playful heart. Playful heart would be good. Playful heart is not a bad one indeed. Can't remember the name. You had it like a year ago. Another cute pastel animal deck. All right, we got some pastel-y animal decks. We will use that. Right now, we're using Tarot the End of the Rainbow. Be fixed next week. No, it will not be. It'll be better. It'll be better. I really don't think that it's going to be fixed anytime soon. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. It is going to be a process you're going to have to go through. We're going to have to, time is going to heal it, right? You got to wait. That's 3. You can't, you're looking out there trying to come up with a solution and nothing's going to be fixed. Nothing's going to be band-aided by next week. No doubt. It gets better. I think that they just need to communicate why they said what they did. They need to get the communication out there. They need to talk to the people they hurt. And I think overall, the 4 of Wands, building the home back up. Only time will heal all wounds. So basically, that's it. So no, next week, no. It'll get better. I mean, every week it'll start getting better and more improved and more improved. But ultimately, yeah, you are at a place where you're just going to have to wait it out right there. All right. What is N feeling about us? Now, if you don't remember, with the N, we completely cut N off. We cut N off. We hooked up with A. You know, that's way it goes. And that's what you kind of need. That's what is going on indeed. All right. Queen of Wands says they love the, the Queen of Wands love the waterfall tarot. Well, Queen of Wands, I will send you another waterfall tarot. I'll get you another waterfall. I don't know how many you have now. I think I sent you another one a long time ago. I don't know how many you have now, but you know, that's it. We'll get you another waterfall tarot just cause. How's N feeling about me, their thoughts, and all of this other stuff? High Priestess. They have some news they want to tell you. I'm not going to lie. They have some news that you don't know about. They have some things that's happened that you don't know about. The High Priestess have some information to sort of get with that. Nine of Swords says they are very reluctant to get in communication with you. They know you're still angry. They know you're still not exactly in the receptive mode and whatnot. Wheel of Fortune, they're just going to do their own thing for this, right? You're just going to do their own thing right now. They don't really have any big feelings for you. If they have the opportunity, they do have some news or some things that are happening. I don't think it's with the baby because we don't have any baby cards in there. So, you know, I don't think the baby thing has happened quite yet. So, you know, don't panic. Don't panic. I don't think there's a baby around the corner just yet. Joy card feelings of David for you. Jamie Lee, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, let's go over here and do the Ravenous Dragon Tarot. A little bit of a dragon tarot. So pretty. It is so pretty. Pastel animal. Playful heart. Yeah, playful heart's kind of pastel-y. Pastel animal is more me. Like I'm literally the pastel animal deck. Like I literally made all of my stuff in pastels. So yeah. I don't know. Maybe we use my Oracle deck. You never know until we get there. Samantha, you never know. Samantha, do you want to use my Oracle deck? Do you want to use my Oracle deck? Because, I mean, it is animals and it's literally pastels because I made it, so I know it's pastels. All right, the Virgo, the feelings, what is going on with the Leo. Chariot Emperor, a couple of big majors starting this out. Big majors warming it up into a Five of Pentacles. They feel like they're sort of disappointed right now, all right? You want to know what the feelings are? They're disappointed. They feel like things aren't going the direction that they want. They feel like they took the wrong path somewhere and they didn't end up at the destination that they kind of wanted to be in with that. The Chariot, I've made the motions, I've made the movement that needs to happen, but I'm just not there. I'm just not ready. I just don't have the level of connection, the commitment that I need. Emperor, really, they realize they need to step up. They need to step up, right? Ravenous Dragon Tarot is what this is. They know that if they don't, they're going to miss an opportunity. This is clearly what's going on with that. Ultimately, Five of Pentacles says what is happening, the reality, the things that are going on are not exactly what they wanted. So they ended up in a situation with a little bit of a disappointment at the end of the story. At least that's what it says. Okay, let's go for YouTube user is back. Question below about the sister again. Let's find out what's going on with that. Let's see. Sister. The sister I'm fighting with. What's her issue with me? And generally, I don't know her at all. I try to hide, but I try to be civil. Okay. I don't really like her at all, but I try to, okay. So we don't like the sister. We don't like the sister, but we want to know what the hell is her malfunction. Okay, basically, yeah. All right, let's do a pixelated. The sister just could be pixelated. Just could be pixelated. Rose, welcome. Good to see you. Good with whatever deck you're drawn to. All right, we'll do that. We got a, let's see what the question is when we get there. We are busy tonight. By the way, we have 41 readings. So, yeah, very busy night tonight. I thought it was going to be kind of slow. Turns out it's going to be quite busy indeed. Be fixed by next week. We got the end feelings. We got the channel growth. We got the question below. We don't like the sister. We try to be nice because she's a sister. What the hell is her issue? Hermit, death. Okay. She basically thinks you should be doing things in your life differently. That's it. You should be doing things in your life a little bit differently. She has expectations of you. Boo Boo, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Diana Might, very cute use of words. Welcome. Right? You need to do something, and you need to do something differently. I think she's looking at you. She had expectations of you, and she has a lot of that where she just wants to micromanage people. You know what works with micromanaging people? Nothing, because people don't want to be damn micromanaged. The Hermit says she does that with everybody. It's not just you, not just you. So if you think she's really out where she's alone, doesn't have a lot of support, doesn't have a lot of people there to support her, to back her up and whatnot, and she expects changes from everybody. So it's not something that you're particularly doing. It's just basically her malfunction is her malfunction. You know, that's the way it is. That is the way it is. She wants to dictate people's lives. Yeah, that's what I said. I just said that. Micromanagement, she wants things different, and she wants you to do things the way she wants you to do it, and ain't nobody like being controlled is what I'm saying. Leo, are they gonna contact me anytime soon? Very good question indeed. Let's get the Adventurous Tarot out with users. By the way, Boo Boo, we are breaking out all the new decks. All the new decks indeed are coming out of here. We got the Adventures Tarot, we got the Naked Heart Tarot, we got the Adventures Tarot, we have the Shadow Seekers Tarot, and we got the Baroque Tarot. We need to use that one too. We'll use the Baroque Tarot for Anne and maybe LuluBelle. Let's see how that goes. We got tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of tarots. That woodworker has time, they said, to make my wood thing. So I need to get the specifications over to the woodworker and see if he's going to make my tarot tower for me. Okay, are they going to contact me soon? Bottom line is soon, but not that soon. I really think you're looking at a couple of months. The Two of Cups does say contact is coming. And I think that's where you want it to be, right? You wanted that focus. You wanted that answer. They will be contacting you. The Two of Cups, not a problem. But the Four of Pentacles, it feels like they need to get a lot of things in order, a lot of things fixed, a lot of things addressed before they're able to do that. So just be aware of that. Page of Pentacles, they also really sort of need to find themselves in a certain way before they do that as well. So I think you're looking at a couple of months before they do it, but I do think a contact is coming. Two of Cups is just a good, are they going to contact me kind of deck? I mean, sort of a card. So I really think that looks very, very good indeed. So Adventures Tarot is what that is. By the way, that was on Kickstarter. We do have the Baroque Tarot as well tonight. So yeah, the Baroque Tarot, that was me in college. I had like no money. I ended up buying like ramen soup by the case and just put it in my dorm room and hope for the best. So yeah, I had no money at all. My family was broke and I was broke too. Is what B wanted possibly romantic is what we're talking about. His feelings based on those readings are too intense for some reason. Oh, let's see if we're leaning in the romance department. Maybe this is about romance. We just haven't seen it. Maybe this is something where they want to give it a try and see where it's going to go and all that other stuff. So, you know, there you are. Page of Pentacles, the Fool. Interesting. Got a Nine of Cups and a Hierophant. I really think they want something stable, but not romance. You don't really see any lovers, Two of Cups. You don't see anything like that. Nine of Cups is more of a celebratory party, getting together, having some fun kind of thing. The Nine of Cups is a very casual kind of card, right? And the Chiro Marchetti, the new deck, yeah, it's one of those nice. Hey, the Chiro Marchetti, the new deck. We do have the Mystic Palette. Nine of Cups is a bar. So this does have that bar feeling where our celebratory and whatnot. The Fool, they definitely want to take an adventure. They want to go with you somewhere. They want to have you there. But the Page of Pentacles doesn't feel like they want to build anything that's romantic based. I just don't see it. I'm not saying that I'm completely eliminating romance or what have you. Hierophant is a very serious card. It's more like authority. It's more like getting together and having something serious, having something something substantial, but it's more like a bar, a party kind of thing, especially with the Fool, that movement, that unexpected, like let's go to where we need to go and then let's hope for the best, right? NC, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, hope for the best, see where it goes, see what's going on with all of that stuff. All right, we will stick to it. No, we'll do the Baroque Tarot later. For now, we'll do LuluBelle. LuluBelle, hey friend. Well, hello to you, LuluBelle. Good to see you. You're trying to break through on some shadow work. Can you see if it looks like my work is paying off? All right, shadow work. You know where we're going. You know what we're doing. You know ultimately where it's going to be. It is the Edgar Allan Poe, my friends. Edgar Allan Poe. We're going to see what's going on there, you know? One of those nights. Hey, you know, it's one of those nights, you know, if it's a dick, a deck, whatever it is, you know, you gotta go with what you know. You gotta go with whatever is on the table. All right, let's see what's happening with all of this. Shadow work. Is it going to be paying off? Oh my, that Nine of Cups? The Four of Cups? You got a Nine of Pentacles too. Interesting. Ultimately, is the shadow work paying off? I think the Six of Pentacles says yes. Six of Pentacles is giving. What I think you're doing is you're opening up opportunities for guides that are going to be beneficial to you. You open up opportunities for basically messages from afar that are going to be very good indeed for you, right? The Six of Pentacles, I'm being handed something, I'm being delivered something, I'm being given something. And I think the shadow work allows you to receive information or receive something that is ultimately going to be very beneficial to you. Let me do that again. Gonna be receiving something because you did the work. Right? If you hadn't done the work, I think the blockages would still be there. You got that Knight of Cups. I think some of the shadow stuff was very alluring. In other words, you were kind of excited about it, or it looked pretty nice, but it really wasn't. I think some of it had confused you, and I think some of the shadow stuff had drawn you in a particular place where you're excited about something that you should not be excited about. Ace of Cups is ultimately this movement, this activity, getting things active, getting things moving is going to be great for you emotionally because you know you don't have that baggage anymore. It's almost like a big Ten of Wands reversed, right? You don't have that baggage weighing on you anymore. It's not something that you need anymore. And that Four of Cups, it feels like that this is something, again, with guides. There's either a guide that's been waiting on you to remove this shadow kind of thing, or there's something else going on, but there's something waiting to talk to you, somebody waiting for you. Ultimately, Nine of Pentacles says it's a good journey indeed. You have the boat out there, you have the excitement, you have all of this stuff going on. So yes, ultimately, that is a big old thumbs up for getting the shadow work and getting all that good stuff, because I think it did you quite well indeed. Samantha S is that we got the double Samantha tonight. We got both Samanthas in chat. Both want readings. NC, thank you for your other donation. Appreciate you. Okay, let's go with Samantha number 1. What do I need to know right now? Oh, can we go with the Victorian romantic again? Maybe indeed. We could have that. It'd be kind of cool. Let's do a little romantic Victorian. It's not a romantic question, but I think this is the deck we're kind of getting into that mode, right? Kind of looking at things from a different perspective, looking at things that we haven't seen before. Strength, Four of Wands, and the Hierophant. What do you need to know right now? Four of Wands with strength, having patience for, and the Hierophant. It's interesting that the Hierophant is actually actively lecturing somebody. Normally, you just don't see that, right? Yellow, welcome. Good to see you, Mike. How's it going? But yeah, the Hierophant, we're actually lecturing somebody. Normally, the Hierophant is, they're up there, they're making this speech, you got the two people up front, but they're actively interacting with somebody that they need to be teaching or whatnot. I think you need to either be teaching somebody or you need to be connected to somebody right now. There's somebody that needs your knowledge. That's just what I'm going to say, what you need to know right now. Somebody needs your knowledge. You see this throughout the reading, but it's definitely a Hierophant type of moment here. Somebody needs your knowledge. Somebody is either asking you for something, somebody will be asking you for something, and they need your guidance, they need your knowledge, they need your direction. And the reason I say that is the King of Pentacles is kind of, I have it all. or I have the information that you need, or I have the kind of thing that we need to go forth and make happen. Strength, the connection with strength. A lot of people just say strength as sort of having strength through adversity or having sort of patience or whatnot, but it is sort of a Leo aspect too, or a connection with somebody, connection with maybe somebody you wouldn't normally connect with. But the reason I say the whole thing that wraps up here is the Four of Wands, happy home, happy family, but a beginning home as well. I'm saying that somebody needs your guidance and you need to help them. You need to help somebody. Somebody needs your assistance, your guidance, and they are going to be coming around and you're definitely going to see that. If somebody, something like, the King of Pentacles is not like you have like, it's not like you're a multimillionaire or billionaire. You're not, Musk or what have you. But the King of Pentacles is not about having money. It's about having either maybe knowledge or having some resources or having some information that people need. So, I mean, very good active connection with that. Overall, I like that connection as well. So there you go. You're that. All right, now we have the pastel with animals. Okay. We're going to use the literal pastel with animals deck, which is my deck as well. Samantha, all right, will the next boyfriend be afraid of commitment? We're going to use the echoes of nature. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. By the way, we are ending soon. The ending soon is going to go up right now. If I can click it, and I can. Ending soon now. YouTube user will be the last reading of tonight. And really appreciate y'all hanging out with me and all that good stuff. Okay, Echoes of Failure is coming up over here. Will my next boyfriend be afraid of a commitment? Ooh, let's see what's going on with that. The deeper understanding, window of opportunity and comfort. Oh man, window of opportunity. I really think the next boyfriend's a temporary thing. The next boyfriend is a temporary thing. You wanted pastel. That is as pastel animal as it gets, right? Tooru, thank you for your donation. Tooru, I'm going to get you in tomorrow, first thing as we start the stream. Comfort. The boyfriend needs a level of comfort. They need a level of connection. They need a level of happiness from a relationship. I think relationships make them very happy, and they need a relationship. They seem to always be in a relationship, very focused on that. And I think they're kind of pretty good at relationships as well, because that's kind of what you get, right? When you are when you sort of pursuing that and all of that other stuff. I think a level of comfort is what they need. Window of opportunity says this is kind of the one and only shot that they get. The one and only shot that they get is this relationship thing here. It feels like it's very temporary. It feels like it's very excitable. And it definitely feels like something that you want to pursue, right? Deeper understanding is it moves you to an emotional level or to sort of a happiness level that you weren't at before. So I think it's a valuable relationship indeed. Are they afraid of commitment? No. But they're very used to having commitment, but this is a very short commitment for them, and realize that they sort of really are excited about relationships in general. And that's good, because it means they're good at relationships, because relationships are sometimes very difficult to do. YouTube user, I will get your other question tomorrow. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, Lani is next with a double donation. How is the Gemini feeling about me today? Do they want to wipe the slate clean, start with a fresh start when he gets back? Now, that's a good question. That's a very good question. Wiping the slate clean is not always as easy as it sounds, as everybody knows for definite with that. All right, let's use a little bit of a teddy bear, Luna's teddy bear. And today it's Lani's teddy bear. I mean, maybe we should just rename it. So cute, this deck. Well, thank you, Queen of Wands. That is my deck of cards. And I am going to be reprinting it soon. I do need to make some more cards to put in there, though, Anyway, I need to do a poll. Like, what would you want to see? What more stuff do you want to see in the echoes of nature? All right. Good night, Yellow. Have a good evening, Mike. Hope you have a fantastic one. Gemini feeling about the day, they want to wipe the slate clean. Oh, you hit the nail on the head. You literally hit the nail on the head. I think that's very valuable. The Ten of Swords is all about wiping the slate clean indeed. It is, right? It is about sort of, I need to do something. This is something I need to go forth. I need to make it happen. It feels like that, right? I need to completely stop everything and make a new connection or make a fresh connection, make something happen with that. The King of Wands says they're going to overachieve. And right, this is what we have here. We're going to overachieve. Is what we're talking about here. In other words, they're putting way too much effort, a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff going on. Now, let's get real. Let's get real. Unless you can hypnotize somebody to forget all the crap they did, there's no wiping the slate clean, because you always have the memories in your head. You're always like, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, you always remember the other stuff. And when the warning signs, when the red flags are up, you're like, oh my. But will they try? Of course they will give it a shot. King of Wands said they're going to try to overachieve it. And Lani, you've been on the stream long enough. You know that Four of Wands is the new happy home, happy family, and that is what they are trying to do. That is exactly what they are trying to do. So yeah, wiping the slate clean, nailed it on the head. All right, let's keep with the teddy bear tradition and go with Lani's next question, which is, why isn't this working? Which is the Gemini entertaining other women while he's away? Oh my. Do we have a little bit of a cheating thing for that, Can you use that deck for your next reading? Samantha, I will use it for your next reading indeed. Have someone pinned down to whatever happens. Okay. All right. Is the Gemini humping everybody? Oh, yes. Yes. And, well, I don't know. I think they had one connection, yes. I don't think they just slept with the whole neighborhood or anything like that, right? The Seven of Swords. I sort of snuck out the back window, and I've had a little bit of a connection. We got a Page of Cups. Nothing serious. Nothing like substance or where everything is just like, this is the way it goes and everything happened the way it happened. And what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas is more of a kind of thing here. Wheel of Fortune, they mostly been just doing their own thing. But yeah, they did have one connection with that. They snuck out a little bit, had a little bit of a connection, very short-lived, not something that they were sort of very into, what have you. And the defense of that, they've refused more opportunities than they've taken advantage of. So in my opinion, they've refused more things that they have taken advantage of. But they had a little bit of wandering eyes in there, and they couldn't help themselves in a particular opportunity. But yeah, way it goes indeed. Samantha likes my deck of cards, and that's always a good thing. Thank you, Samantha, for the kind words. I appreciate that you like this. This will be back on Kickstarter soon. I would say next month. I need to figure out. Man, here's the problem with Kickstarter. Let me tell you the problem with Kickstarter. For tax purposes, you need to get, because Kickstarter takes like a month to get you your money. Okay, so you start your Kickstarter here, right? 30 days later, Kickstarter is done. 30 days later, you get your money. So that's 60 days. Now, you need to spend the money immediately for tax purposes. So if I started in August, then it's September, October, I get my money. Now, you need to spend the money before the end of the year because you're going to be paying taxes on all that money you just got. So you absolutely, positively have to spend the money instantly. So everything has to be in place. So chances are that I'm going to do the Kickstarter to where I get the money beginning of next year, and then I can print it, ship it, do all the other stuff. Because you don't just spend money printing the deck. You also spend money shipping it to the backers and all this other stuff. So it takes a little while to print it. So right now it's kind of a bad time. Right now, it's kind of a bad time to start a Kickstarter for tax purposes. What's going on? Bad time to start a Kickstarter for tax purposes, of course, in my opinion. So yeah, you gotta kind of factor these things out. Anyway, my next relationship, take me by surprise. Intensity says kind of yes. It says this is something that doesn't come from a source that you're normally thinking about or anything like that. But yeah, love came with stickers. I have no idea what you're talking about. Samantha, what deck are you talking about? My deck? I've never shipped a deck with stickers. Anyway, let me know. Helping hand is interesting. Man, I really think it's coming from work. And I said before, that you were going to have a relationship from work, and I still think that. Helping hand, why would you have that over here along with self-care? It feels like you go in maybe into the medical field and whatnot. You have kind of a thing, opportunity with that self-care kind of says, yeah, this is something to where it does take you by surprise, but the level of intensity, it is like a really intense, very quickly, it just sort of rings out a lot of good things, a lot of good intensity with it. And helping hand, it feels like you still meet them at work. So I'm still sticking with the at work thing, but it will take you by surprise because of the intensity indeed. Yeah, so you got to do it kind of maybe after Christmas kind of thing, or put the Kickstarter up during Christmas. That could be a thing too. I don't know. We'll see. I think the good thing is I have time. Right? I have time. So I can print some labels, some stickers, some bonuses, some postcards, refrigerator magnets. I can print all of the good stuff, right? All of the good stuff. Hello Kitty like feel. Yeah, the pastel kitty deck. Yes, that's it. Anyway, yeah, the pastel kitty deck. It'll be ready tomorrow. So if you're looking for pastel kitty, it's coming tomorrow. The problem is I have like 20 decks of cards, and it takes a long time to go 4K, flip through, edit the video, post the video up, all this other stuff. So it takes a while. So I'm doing as fast as I can because I am busy at work as well. And I'm doing paintings too. Anyway, let's see what's going on with that. RPG. Oh, that was from my thing today. Can you tell me how to make my relationship with my brother better? AB. Let's see if we can get a family connection, family relationship, make it happen a little bit better. No, not deck. Okay. It sounds like the kawaii. It does sound kind of like the kawaii deck. Pastel look Japanese with Hello Kitty like feel. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. You are talking about this deck right here. You're talking about this deck right here, right? This one? So this one right here? Yeah, this one, this came with stickers and it had a lot of bonuses and stuff like that. This is the one you're talking about. I guarantee it. Samantha, I guarantee this is the one you're talking about. So yeah, we can use this one. Anyway, I'm getting me the second Echoes of Nature. Well, oh, cool. Well, thank you so much for your support, boo. I appreciate that. All right. Let's go with this. How can I make my relationship with my brother a little bit better? All right, let's go and see what's going on with that. Man, geez, the 8. You got to give up any drama. You got to give up the drama, all right? There's a level of connection that is happening with the brother that is good, but there's another level of connection that's not good. You're going to have to give up the not good parts. I think it's going to be difficult because you're trying to hold on to every little piece here, right? The 3. I'm trying to hold on to everything. You can't hold on to everything. You got to give it up. You got to let go of many things. We got to keep the connection going. We got to keep the connection strong. And that involves communications. You have to have good, solid, healthy communications, and you have to make it happen with that. Page of Pentacles says there's a lot of healing that needs to happen, a lot of things that need to be recovered from this connection, but you have to be able to let things go. If you hang on to every little aspect of this connection, then no, it's not really going to work out. It's not going to do. In other words, maybe they have some bad habits. Maybe they have some addictions that you're not used to, you don't like, and you're constantly barraging them with problems with that. You got to let it go. You got to let them be. You got to release them and let them go their own way. I think there's a level of hurt and a level of memories of things that you don't want to deal with, but, overall, you need to let that go as well. It's about forgiveness and about letting go of expectations from them. If you can do both those things, that will dramatically, and I mean dramatically, make things better. Of course, with any connection, any relationship, It is all about communication. Just have open communication with no blaming, no expectations, no judgment, and just sort of do it that way. Are parents blaming me for the sister incident? Oh my. I hope not. That would be awkward. Why would the parents blame you for the sister incident? Let's see. Let's see if the parents are really going to point to you for that. The Queen, the 8. No. I mean, they think that you could have made better choices in the interaction, right? You have the 2, the balancing, all the dancing. They know that you could have made better choices with the interaction. Absolutely. So yeah, you could have made some better choices with that. Ultimately, you're going to do your own thing. Sister's going to do their own thing. They don't blame you at all. They realize that it is all about the Queen of Cups. Sister gets emotional and just go boom, lays it all down the line. And you got to do what you got to do, right? Sister gets emotional. Sister's going to do what sister wants to do. So no, they know it's emotional. They know this, that the sister didn't just sit there and just plan it out, sit there for hours and come up with this logical thing. No. Sister gets emotional, gets a little Queen of Cups up in there and just blows the lid. And the way it goes. And they know that she does that occasionally, and they just weren't really expecting it. It's more of a taken off guard than anything else. Well, to agree to reconcile, he said he needed to think about it. Well, in general, if somebody needs to think about it, that's not good. That's not, Jamie, I love you. But it is a general rule from my life experience, and entertainment purpose only. We'll actually use the Bumbleberry Hollows. We use the Bumbleberry Hollows for this one. In general, okay, let me use an example. If somebody ended up, if I bought a lottery ticket, right, and I won $10 million, and I won $10 million out of the lottery, and the lottery called me and said, hey, I saw you scan the ticket on your phone, so we know it's you. Do you want to come pick it up? And I'm like, I need to think about it, right? I need to think about it because I'm not really sure right now. That is kind of the same situation. That's kind of the same situation. Because if I got Jamie over there, and Jamie's this wonderful, beautiful individual. Everybody loves Jamie. Jamie is the heartthrob that I've always wanted in my life. Jamie is the most amazing person I've ever had in my life. And I can reconcile with Jamie. I'm going to be cashing that lottery ticket in immediately. That's what I'm saying. Queen of Wands, 7 of Swords, the 7 of Wands. There is a level of defensiveness against it. A level of defensiveness against this. They don't really want to do it. They don't really have their heart into it. They don't really have all the passion that they need out of it. A 7 of Swords feels like they want to give it a try, but they don't have big expectations for what's going to happen. That's why they're thinking about it. They don't have big expectations and not exactly excited about it. Queen of Wands says that they're just kind of lackluster here with it, right? They're lackluster. Instead of winning the $10 million, they got a lottery ticket with $2, and you're like, if it's $2, maybe I'll take it in next week. I don't know. They're just a little bit too defensive about it. So, I mean, ultimately, they're not as thrilled as you would like them to be about it. And that's kind of, the indicator here with thinking about stuff. If I win $10 million, I don't have to think about it. If I have this beautiful, amazing Jamie Lee opportunity, I don't think about it. I just excited about it, and I go meet Jamie Lee and be like, yes, I get my other chance. It's just my opinion. Entertainment purposes only. Never make up with somebody based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. All right, we had a talk, NC. NC had a talk, maybe a serious talk. We don't know. But NC definitely had a talk today. Let's see what's going on with that. All right. KM, I thank you for your generous donation. I greatly appreciate it. Everybody's generous tonight. I greatly appreciate all of y'all. Y'all are amazing. All right. We're going to go ahead and do YouTube user, Toro, and KM. We're going to get y'all in here. We're going to be here all night, apparently. How did the Sagittarius feel about our talk today? Are they pretty excited about it? Are they kind of lackluster with all of that stuff? Let's see. Let's see what's going on. My Venus and Taurus heart is ganging right now. I've no idea what that. I just, when I get comments on YouTube, it pops up on my phone. Sometimes I need to make that video to where I do the funniest YouTube comments that I've had. All right, let's go with this. Sagittarius, how do I feel about our talk? Three of Cups, there's a level of celebration. The Six of Swords says we're on a good path. We fixed the pathway. That's the big point here. We fixed the pathway in this connection. We fixed the things that we need to do. Three of Cups, we're back on track. Celebration, good news, good thing. Hanged Man says we made a level of progress seeing each other's point of view. And the best of all is the Six of Swords. We're back on the right track because the Six of Swords is a journey from a challenging state to a better state. And I think that they've had that journey and they're excited about the journey. Definitely a journey that they don't mind having and definitely a journey that they want to engage upon. So yeah, we're on the right track now. That's what they said when they hung up, in my opinion. Is the Sagittarius willing to make things right? Well, that's a good question. So we just sort of had a peek of, the Six of Swords. We're on the right journey now, the correct place, the correct journey, definitely there. But are they willing to do the work is what you're asking. I mean, let's get serious. Are they willing to do the work? Because we can always, we know what's right. I mean, we're born knowing what's correct, knowing what's right. Are we willing to do the work to make it that way? Eight of Pentacles says, I will do the work. I will do the work. Knight of Wands, the fiery aspect that you need out of that Nine of Wands. Absolutely. We're going with a big thumbs up over here. They're willing to do the work. Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Wands says they're willing to get the fiery aspect going, and they are pretty excited about it overall. The Tower says you do need to support them. You do. NC, it's not a one-way situation. It's not a one-way view here. You do definitely need to support them on this journey to make it happen. And if you do, you have a lot of good things there, all right? You'll leave the country if N returns. When do you see N returning? I don't know. Let's do some cats. It's been a minute. How long has it been since we have used the cat deck? We've used the cat deck. By the way, we're ending soon. We got tooru, YouTube user, and KM. And then we are out of here for this evening. And I hope you had a great Tuesday evening. Nine of Swords. How many donations? We've had 48 donations tonight. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. We've had lots and lots and lots of donations. Four of Cups. Man, Nine of Swords, and we got the Hierophant. I don't know, Four of Cups and Nine of Swords. Let me pull up the deck and wheel and see what we can get going here. Four of Cups and a Nine of Swords. Four of Cups kind of really points us to July. Interesting. We've seen that before. Nine of Swords, a little bit different timing with that Nine of Swords. You're looking at kind of a June, July. Very interesting indeed. I see them returning. So if you look at that, get sort of a time aspect of that. I see them returning, or at least opening the door to return late October. We're going with that. Late October is the answer. So there you go. There is a very precise answer. All right, tooru, what should I do to be accepted into G2 and or G3? Hey, if G2, G3 doesn't work out, there's always G4. Let's see what's going on. See what's going to happen. What's going to be ultimately at the end of the day where we get. What should I do to be accepted? Wizards. No, this is like the it's like an anime, but it's wizards, anime, witches, what have you. Two of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. You got to keep moving in the direction. You got to keep moving. It's almost like that. Maybe you put in an application, you open some door, you did one thing, and then you stop. You can't stop. Page of Swords says the communication needs to be ongoing, or in other words, doing something differently, definitely keep on moving towards the end goal. If that is getting some certifications, getting some education, applying somewhere, following up, whatever you need to do with that. Two of Swords feels like that you have participated, you've gone through, but you haven't done any follow-up. So definitely need to be following up with the application, with going with that. Ultimately, Eight of Wands, just keep it going, keep it moving. Definitely don't stop. Definitely don't discontinue it. Keep it moving. Like, where are we at? Where is this? What's going on? And all of that other stuff. So I think that's going to be valuable indeed. So yeah, put in the application, obviously, but you want to follow up. You want to make the communication very clear, very concise. And you definitely want to do any other actions that are going to be what you need to be doing. In other words, don't just like fill it out and hope for the best. That ain't going to work. YouTube user has a school question over here. Planning to take coding classes. So I don't know, what coding? What are you going to learn? YouTube user, you know I code. What are you going to learn? What are you going to do? You're going to do Java. You're going to do, Python. Like, what the hell? What are you going to do? Let me know. You're going to do .NET? You're going to do HTML? What is it? Planning on taking coding classes next year. I will be successful, work hard, just need to know if I'm going down the right and newbie breaking path. All right, let's see what's going on with that. Coding. Everybody loves coding. I've been coding for way too long. I need to retire. I've been coding for way too long. The Fool just, that's interesting. Basically, watch what you're coding. You don't want to dead end in something coding that nobody's going to use, nobody's going to pay you for or whatnot. Now, I did say before, I don't know if you remember this, I did say before that you needed to be in level 3 support. Level 3 support, that's where you know how to code, you know how to review the code, you know how to fix the problem, and you're the person they go to for that. That pays a lot of money. They're like, bottom line, that pays a lot of, if Julie is still here, I don't know if Julie's still here, that pays a lot of money. But yeah, coding support. Justice says this is going to be something good, but it's going to take longer than you had expected. The Fool says, watch what you learn. If you learn a bunch of useless languages like C++, well, maybe if you're doing video games or something, maybe libraries and video games and mathematical libraries, C++ may be good. I don't know. You need to know what the hell you're doing. There's too many codes to be coding. You need to be able to understand what coding. In other words, look at the end state. In other words, I want to do level 3 support, what I want to do, you know, how do I want to do it. But yeah, the Fool says don't waste your time with coding that's not going to be good for you. Ultimately, getting certs are not going to be good for you. Anyway, level 3 support. It does have the A+ certification. Most have the A+ certification with that COBOL. Oh, the good old days of mainframe. Everybody, mainframe is still hot. Mainframe. All the mainframers are retiring. Like, all the mainframers are mostly boomers. You know, I hate to be that guy, but all the mainframers I've ever met are mostly boomers. But yeah, mainframers are retiring. They're sort of hanging it up. And there's a big open opportunity for mainframe right now, in my opinion. Anyway. There is a level of satisfaction, a level of good stuff from the coding. I do think it will get you into level 3 support, so I think it's good. Just don't waste your time on useless coding, because there's all sorts of useless coding. But yeah, if you learn just the basics of coding, then yeah, that works. You know, here's how to make a loop. Here's how to assign a variable. Here's what the variables do and all that other stuff. Anyway, KM is the last reading of the night. KM wants to know, how do my supervisors feel about my work? I do homeless outreach. I'm a case manager, and sometimes imposter syndrome. They give me a new client crisis after next. You are exhausted. Okay, let's see what's going on. How do they feel about my work? Let's get a good deck over here. Let's get my deck. All right, remember C and C++. Yeah, those were the old days. I started out with start with machine language. Machine language is basically really hard assembly language. And then I did assembly language. I did assembly language on the mainframe. But then I did COBOL. This is back in the old days, like card reader in the mainframe. Anyway, but I did assembly language. That's how I learned. I did machine language. That's how I learned assembly language. I did assembly language in the mainframe for a little bit. Then I did C, then I did C++, I did Visual Basic, and then Delphi, .NET, a little bit of COBOL, not a ton. Man, COBOL, I hated COBOL, man. Anyway, all right, how do the supervisors feel about me? Emperors and the Ten of Pentacles, they like you. I mean, just bottom line, they like you. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. If you're looking for support, you're looking for the support network on here. The Ten of Pentacles says, I like you. I like your work. You belong here. You have a happy family. You got a good thing going. Ace of Pentacles. Oh my. Oh my. Are you looking for something new? KM, it wasn't part of your reading, but that Ace of Pentacles, are you looking for something new? I got to ask. I got to ask indeed. You're saying you're exhausted. I think you may be shopping for something else. You may be shopping for something else. Overall, if you're looking for what they like about you, they do. The Empress, especially next to the Ten of Pentacles, says, I like your work. You're doing a good job and you're standing out as a superstar with this. Five of Cups says, yeah, it is tearing you up. It is exhausting. It is weighing you down. And you got to kind of understand that you got to have a good balance here. You can't keep doing that with that thing. Overall, Ace of Swords with just the double ace. Are you looking for something new? If not, it almost feels like you're going to bump into something new. It's going to be almost like you're going to bump into something that's new, that's interesting, that you kind of like, that you're looking at from a distance. You're like, ooh, that's interesting. Just going out on a limb, one part of the reading, going out on a limb. Ultimately, do they like what you're doing? Yes, right? Do they like what you're doing? Yeah. Ten of Pentacles and the Empress. That's the best combo you can get. I'll be honest with you. Like, if you're looking for a job reading, you can't get any better than the Empress with the Ten of Pentacles, because it's two, happy home, happy family. You're doing a great job and everybody loves you. Everybody's supporting you and all that other stuff. But yeah, they're burning you out. They're burning you out. I'm going to warn you now that you're going to stumble upon another opportunity and you're going to be like, ooh, that looks good. And you're going to remember this reading. You're going to remember this reading when you see this opportunity, because it is coming indeed. Borland C++. I remember buying Borland C++ in a box. By the way, Andrew, I was one of the largest shareware people on DOS that wrote C++ stuff. You probably ran into some of my shareware that I wrote. I wrote some of the hottest shareware available. I used to make $35,000 a year with just my shareware. Anyway, that was a long time ago. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you hanging out. We will see you tomorrow.